YouTube. Welcome to Cooking Conversations. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I know my content is changing. I don't know if this is temporary or permanent, but I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Normally, we do food reviews and cooking things and all things food, but lately we've been doing non cooking conversations. So we have another one for today. It's about a celebrity husband who is making the news and getting slammed on the internet apparently because he has his views on food stamps and the system and how it's being abused and all that. And I saw a couple, videos about it. Hi, Kayla. Oh, I'm so glad you can make it. Are you on lunch too? I'm so glad I thought of you. I tried to do it in the morning, but I was running around this morning. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Adam Housley. He's in the hot seat today. And he was talking about food stamps, and people are calling him a racist, and people are all over him and saying that he doesn't have a clue. And so we're going to talk about it today. Power 100.9 is where I got the article from, where he was talking about how the system is being abused, and they shouldn't be able. People of low income should to buy snacks and junk food and beer and alcohol and all those kind of things. Now, whether you agree with him or not, people are calling him racist because he's white. And I'm thinking, I don't know if that's a race issue or if it's a you've never been there issue. You know what I mean? So let me go to the article and see what he was saying. This is the backstory. This is what he said. He said, as a kid who grew up in a neighborhood grocery store since I was 5, I can't tell you how many times I saw people come in and buy crap fruit for their kids with food stamps. Now, by crap food, I guess he's meaning junk food or things that are less nutritious. Okay, let's keep reading. And he says, then they open their wallet and use the cash that they have for liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes. So as a kid, he goes on to say, this pissed me off. Really? I don't know of any 5-year-old kid who was upset about people who was using food stamps. Okay, so that I thought that was really interesting. But what possibly could have happened is maybe as a 5-year-old kid, because even though he says he was in a neighborhood grocery store, his parents owned the store. So it wasn't like this was some neighborhood in LA or wherever that his parents owned the store, and they would be in the back. He and his brother would be in the back, doing whatever they doing while their parents were running the business. So I'm guessing that the parents were probably aggravated about this, and he took on that same opinion. That's just my thoughts. But so he was mad about that, and he feels like there's some people who could really use the help, and then there's others who are, quote, working the system. So he is mad about that, and people are calling him racist and telling him that he doesn't know what he's talking about and this, that, and the other. Well, my first issue is if people are mad at him for saying that the system is corrupt because he's white, or they're saying that they're mad at him because he doesn't know what it's like. So there's so many issues here at hand to talk about with him saying that the system is corrupt, and then the other side of the fence, people are saying that it's racist of him to even be talking about it. But when I think about it, if he is saying that people of a low income bracket who are getting public assistance don't deserve or shouldn't buy junk food or shouldn't buy snacks because they're of low income, why don't people who have a low income deserve to buy snacks or junk food? Okay, that was one of my issues. My other issue is now, because it's one thing to buy alcohol and cigarettes, I get that part of it, but you're saying buy something healthy, they can't buy junk food because they're on a low income? Really? That makes sense. Okay, the other part of it is if people are on a low income and you are getting some kind of welfare, some kind of public assistance, and they give you food stamps, Granted, the food stamps is for food. However, if you have never been on food stamps, if you have not understood what it's like to live on a very limited income, then it's very easy for you to say don't buy junk food. Because what people are not understanding is, yeah, you may be on public assistance and you're getting food stamps, but whatever the public assistance money that you're getting, that doesn't cover toothpaste, that doesn't cover deodorant, that doesn't cover laundry detergent, any kind of over-the-counter medicines, or any other things that you need to buy. So back in the day, he also mentioned, and I didn't read it in the article, but he also mentioned that he would get aggravated because people would come into his parents' store and they would buy. Because back in the day, I know, wait, let me go all the way back. Back a long time ago, food stamps came in a book. You didn't have, there was no EBT card where you swipe. It was old school. They were in a book, and those who know, you know, they were in a book, and it had a cover on the back and a cover on the front, and it was like 1 5s, I think 20 and a 50, I'm not sure. I do remember the 1s and the 5s, and they were color, and you would tear them out the booklet, and you can give the person, the cashier, like the dollar food stamp, and you could go in and buy something with the food stamp, and then they would give you change back. Okay, that's how it was in the old days, way long time ago. So he was arguing, or he was complaining, I should say, that the people would come into his parents' store with their food stamps, and they would buy a lemon for 10 cents or 25 cents or whatever it is, and then they would come back. No, they would get the change and like left, and then they would pull the cash out of their pocket to buy something else, or they would do it enough times, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times, to get enough money to buy some cigarettes or to buy some alcohol or buy something else that they want. Now, if the issue is that people are buying alcohol, wine, whiskey, and those kind of things, that's one issue. What about the people who are going in to buy the lemon? I mean, you can't do that now because you swipe, but the people who were going in to buy the lemon or whatever it is, a piece of gum to get the change because you have to do laundry. EBT and public assistance don't give you enough money to do laundry. They don't give you enough money to buy detergent and all the other things that you need to do. So I don't know, when people are speaking about things that they don't really know about, it comes off a little bit. I can see how it can come across a little racist. I don't know that it is, because I do think that in some ways the system, the SNAP or the food stamp system, do need to have a few tweaks here and there to kind of make it suitable for everybody. But to hear somebody who has been well-to-do or not a recipient of the food stamp say something, then it comes across a little sideways. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? If you guys hadn't heard about it and I'm just telling you about it now, chime in. Who is to say that people can't buy what they feel like they need just because it's government assistance? I mean, they give you the money for food. Yes, you shouldn't be buying alcohol and cigarettes and whatever and stuff for it because it is for food. However, isn't that like a little bit controlling to tell people, you know, what you can do with it? Yeah, it is for food, but what if it's something else that they need, you know? So I wrote down a little point here. It says, not allowing people to buy the things that they enjoy. All right, quote, the key word is enjoy. If they enjoy cigarettes, if they enjoy wine, alcohol, beer, whatever, not allowing people to buy the things they enjoy is not going to help people get off public assistance. That's just my 2 cents. So he was saying that it will. You need to fix the program, and it's a scam, and it has to be. You have to work. People are working the system, and those kind of things. That he wants it to be set up in such a way where people can get help and get off of public assistance. I agree with that part 100%. But not letting people buy Cheetos, not letting people buy junk food or sodas is not going to help people get off of public assistance. I think those are two separate issues, and that is just kind of coming from a celebrity person. It just comes off a little out of touch, maybe. What do you guys think? All right, Kayla, that's my little spiel. What do you think? Who else is in here? We have a few people. Say hi in the chat. What do you guys think? I don't think that just because you have low income, you don't deserve to buy snacks because your income is getting subsidized. Why does that make sense? Why do people even care that people are buying junk food? Why? What does it matter? Give people, if you're going to revamp the system in such a way where they can buy food and toiletries. Or they could buy food and some of the other things that they need. I agree that they want people to be healthy. Yes, they want people to be healthy. But is it the government's, or if it's celebrity or people's job to make people healthy? Or is it everybody's family's decision? What you think, Kayla? You agree that they want people to be healthy, and that's the way they're going about it? I wonder if that eliminating junk food in the food stamp program is going to make people healthy. Probably not, because healthy food is more expensive than junk food, to be honest. If you go try to buy anything in the store that's organic, without pesticides, without any kind of hormones or anything added to it, it's very, very, very expensive. Yes, I think that is so true, Kayla. It's the family's decision, but control is their factor. Yes, I agree. And that is just too much control. You cannot be telling people what to eat and what to buy. It's like if I gave somebody $100 and I said, okay, here, you can have this $100, but don't go buy this, don't do that, don't do that. Most times people would say, just keep your $100. But if you have a low income, you can't say that. So you try to buy by the rules. And if the rules say you can't buy junk food, you can't buy snacks, you can't buy all these things. There's already a whole big long list of things that you can't buy with food stamps. So if it's just limited to food, give a stipend for all the other things that people of a low income status would need. So he's in the hot seat because he has really, really stepped on some toes and stuff. So another part in the article, I'm going to read down, he says, my parents used every dime they had to open a small neighborhood grocery store. My brother and I basically lived in the back room. Remember I mentioned that earlier? My brother and I basically lived in the back room as the family worked their butts off. He says he got baseball cards to pay for picking up cigarette butts in the planters, and he puts laugh out loud because he wants to be funny. But he says he worked for those stores until he left for TV after he had became an adult, and his brother still runs them. So the fact that his parents own the store, puts him in a whole different category. So when you see people with food stamps and you say they're abusing it because they're buying the things that they enjoy, if you are the owner of the store, then yes, you will have a different perspective versus somebody who have come up through poverty and has worked hard to get where they are, and now they're no longer on assistance. Then I think he would have a different perspective. But he's probably never been on food stamps. He's never been on public assistance. So I could see how he doesn't understand the whole picture. What do you guys think? Chime in and tell me what you think, because yes, granted, it is designed specifically for food, but if you are not getting enough, what else are you supposed to do? I remember back when I was a kid, if you had food stamps and you had more food stamps than they were giving you money, people, I would say, would have to sell the food stamps to get the other things that they need. So if you had $50 for food stamps per se, you could, and this was not, you weren't supposed to be doing that, and this is just an example of the abuse and how people were working the system, not to justify it, but just as an example. So they would take a $50 book of stamps, and you could give it or sell it to somebody, and they would give you $35 cash. And with that $35, then you could go and pay a bill, or you can do something else, because a lot of times you were getting more food stamps than regular cash money. All right. Is it right? No. Is it people working the system? Yes, but they're calling him a racist because I think, and this is just my 2 cents, that because he's talking from a place that he doesn't know about. What do you guys think? So yes, I agree that it does need some changes to happen, but not letting people buy junk food ain't gonna change the system. And whether people buy alcohol, beer, cigarettes, or whatever it is, people will find a way to get the things that they enjoy. If that's what they enjoy, they'll find a way to get it. So that is my 2 cents on it. Anybody wants to chime in and tell me what they think about it? Or had you guys heard about it? Because this happened, I think this happened last night. I think something he's talking on a talk show or something with somebody last night, so it's just now coming up today. Had you guys heard about it? What about you, Kayla? You heard about this? Yes, Lynn's Life Lesson. So true. Thank you, Lynn's Life. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. If people don't know what it's like to be on a limited income, it's very easy to say, oh, they would spend it on this. But yeah, eliminating, oh, you never heard about it. Yeah, this all happened yesterday. Oh, you neither. Okay. So I guess I'm sitting up here on the internet and finding stuff. But yes, Tamara's husband's Adam Housley. And I don't have a picture of him. Even if I did, I wouldn't know how to put it on. But Tamara Housley's husband um, said something to somebody on a radio broadcast or somewhere. And everybody on Twitter and all the other social media platforms are really slamming him because they think that he, shouldn't have said it, or that he's racist, or he, is kind of not not the right person to be saying it. And I just wanted to talk about it because it doesn't matter whether you white, black, green, yellow, or polka dot. Your ideas are your ideas. I don't know that it's a racist position that he has, but it's definitely a lack of experience because he doesn't know what it's like. So it's easy for him to say, you know. Yes, it's very costly to eat healthy, Lynn. That's what I was just telling Kayla and the rest of the room. People says, oh yeah, they need to spend the money, the food stamps on healthy food. Well, you can barely afford regular, not organic food with food stamps or any other food for that matter. Because as I said before, if you go into the grocery store and you buy anything organic, anything with no hormones, with no, chemicals or whatever else they have in it, you're going to pay more. You're going to pay more. So the people who are proposing or who are having these conversations about it, 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 they don't have a clue. They don't even probably buy their own groceries. And you're right, Lynn. I agree with you. If we want to eat healthy, everybody needs to start planting their own groceries and planting their own vegetables because it is just really, really expensive in the grocery store, even without having organic, healthy stuff, right? Yes, I was in the grocery store the other day, Lynn, and eggs at my store, and I shop at Winco. And if you know Winco, it is the cheapest store around, okay? And the eggs, even at Winco, I think it was a 18 count, was $19. $20 for an 18 count of eggs. Needless to say, I didn't get them. But yes, outrageous. So people who have food stamps, when the prices and stuff go up, I wonder if they get an increase. If they get, like when inflation, everything is increased now. I wonder if they get more money to buy the things that are expensive. Because eggs, people have to eat eggs. They were $19. What? You bought an 18 at Walmart for $9? Oh my, that's still a lot. I went to, only reason I was at Sam's Club last week was to buy eggs. I bought eggs and some oranges, and you have to get there early in the morning. It was an 18, no, it was a 24 count. 24 count eggs for $8, and they only allow you two. So when they have that, I race right over there to get me some eggs, and I just stack them up. All right, so Kayla's agreeing with us, Lynn. She says that she's heading to grab lunch and she'll get back to work later. See you later, Kayla. I'm so glad you were able to join. I got a few more minutes and then I got to get back myself. So I appreciate you showing up. Thank you, my friend. Have a good rest of your day. I hope everything goes well for you. Hi, James. Welcome to the chat. You got a dozen eggs for $3.50? Where, James? I ain't trying to get in your business, but you said at Market Basket? Oh, I don't know that store. I haven't seen $3.50 eggs in months, and people are blaming it on. bird flu, but I don't know if it's the bird flu. I think it's just some gouging. I know, Lynn, that's exactly what I said. Well, where are you that the eggs are $3.50? Because I haven't seen that in a long, long time. I mean, like months, months. So maybe he got a hookup. Oh, in Massachusetts. Okay. So that's interesting because maybe I don't know if the bird flu is happening and that's why the eggs is all expensive. Seems like that would be for everywhere, not just in Southern California. Okay, so it's like a little neighborhood market probably. I don't know what's happening, but here in Southern California, they were $19. Do you hear me? For a 18 count, which was completely outrageous, and I didn't get them. So we have eggs, but I didn't get those. So I'm not doing it because whether it's a bird flu or whatever it is, that's just outrageous. Too much money for that. Nope, not doing it. So yeah, that's my spiel. So I hope everything blows over for Mr. Housley, and I hope he kind of understands more about what he should have understood before he spoke. But if not, it'll go away and then it'll be the next story. Hi, Camp Rafa. Thank you for joining us. We were talking about Adam Housley and how he had something to say about how food stamps were being used. You can go back and watch the replay, but basically he was saying that the system is being abused and people shouldn't be able to buy junk food and alcohol and wine and beer because it's designed for food. And people were giving him a lot of grief and saying that he was racist and stuff because of it. And the internet is harsh, but I don't know that he really understood that there's a lot of things that food stamps don't buy. And so we were talking about that. And is it okay to say that just because you're a low income person, you don't deserve snacks or you don't deserve junk food? So that's kind of where we were. You said it's an engineered inflation. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier about the bird flu because people are paying outrageous prices for eggs all under the name of bird flu. And I really began to wonder if it really is bird flu because James is in Hanover, Massachusetts, and his eggs are only $3.50 a dozen. So I'm like, okay, well, why don't the birds in his area got the flu? So you're probably right. It's probably engineered inflation. And so I don't know what they can do about it, but so that's the story. That's what we're talking about. Inflation, the food stamp program, and all the above. All the above. Let's see. That's okay. I think that's the last comment, I think. All right, I got about 5 more minutes, y'all. So what do you guys want to chat about? Um, we talked about a lot of different things this week. Anything else on y'all mind? Okay, I'm trying to scroll up the comments to make sure that I got it here. Oops. Okay. Am I bringing back the food reviews anytime soon? Probably not, James, only because I very rarely eat fast food anymore. I had to change my diet for health reasons, and I was originally putting on like smoothies and the healthy things that I was eating, but nobody was really interested in that. And I still love, love, love fast food, but I don't eat it often enough to put a video up for it. It's just very, very rare. Very, very rare that I eat it. So I hope you stick around. I don't know where I'm going with my channel. I am kind of torn between the two, between food and food reviews and having conversations and stuff, because I used to do a lot of cooking things and cooking shorts and stuff, but I haven't even cooked this week. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but I hope you stick around. All right, Camp Rafa says um, same and lower in Baja California. Okay, so the eggs are even lower in Baja California. All right, James says, oh, okay, well, in that case, no worries at all. Prioritizing your health comes first. Thank you for that, James. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I know a big famous YouTuber who does food reviews, and he tried to change his content to accommodate the health issues and stuff that he was having, and everybody stopped, not everybody, but a lot of people stopped following and stopped watching and started complaining, so he had to go back to food reviews because that's his job, that's how he pays his bills. So it's a difficult choice, but you have to choose your health first. I had numbers that were out of this rural, and now they're under control, and I am doing better, because I changed my diet. Uh-huh. So I'm glad to hope that you guys and everybody else stick around. So if you're in the chat and you'd like to say hello, you can drop me a hand in the chat. I got about 4 or 5 more minutes before my lunch is up, and then I will be out of here. I had an easy day at work today, so I was glad about that. The kids were on a field trip for the most part, but I'll have a fifth period and then I'll be out of here. So if there's anything that you guys want to chat about or something in the news, then just drop me a line in the comment section and we'll talk about it and have a conversation, have a non-cooking conversation is what I'm calling it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys' support and chiming in. Hopefully I'll be able to go live again and we can have more non-cooking conversations. But this will be it for today. I do have a couple shorts coming out. If you see them, give them a watch and a like, and we'll keep going. All right. So I want to get off now. If you guys see me on the next time, I'll be here probably either in the morning or at lunchtime, or if I'm up at night, which I usually am not because I go to bed early. But so thank you guys for coming in and chatting with me today. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.